G'day viewers, it's Rob again. I've just finished preparing my makeshift shed spray booth. I've covered everything up. I've masked up the beetle. I've tested my spray gun. I've done a few different bits and pieces around the place, but what I'll do, I'll go and grab the camera and we'll go for a bit of a walk around and you can see what I've done. This is home done, so just bear with us. I'll go and grab the phone and the camera. We'll go for a bit of a wander. Okay, well, here is my super cheap auto paint gun, which I've just temporarily screwed to the bench so I can fill it with paint, and the little cheap compressor I bought, and it's also got a moisture trap right there. So hopefully that works, otherwise I'll have to get a filter reg if it's no good, but I'm hoping it is. So let's have a look. I've all the parts I've got ready for clear and paint are underneath those drop sheets. I went to Super Cheap Auto and I even went to Bunnings and bought a heap. I think I got a pack of 8 for about $10 or something. It wasn't that much. So I've covered up the stepson's welder, bench grinder, all my camping gear, the motor and that sort of stuff, just roughly. I'm not going to respray the whole car, so there's not going to be a great sheets of paint going everywhere. But yeah, I've done the inside because I'm just doing, because the firewall was replaced, I'm spraying in there. So I've just, just covered the steering wheel, the dash, because I'm not repainting the dash. I want the patina, the original patina from the dash. The new firewall went in, so I've got to paint that, undercoat it and paint it red. So that's that part. I had to pull the windscreen out of it. I wanted the paint on the windscreen to get right around this lip. So the rubber actually came to about there, and the windscreen had to come out anyway because it was gouged. So I took the windscreen out. It took about 5 minutes to get out. The rubber was old and brittle, and it wasn't much chop. So that came out. I wiped it all. I've washed it down with a microfiber sponge or rag, which is in that. That's a microfiber I got that from Super Cheap Auto as well. Wiped all the dirt off and the dust. Then I've gone across it with thinners and a rag to get all the other stuff off. I've got some tack rags which I'll use tomorrow morning when I paint. I'll tack rag up all the parts that need to be tack ragged up. I'm not undercoating the whole car, just the parts that need it. And hopefully it'll come up the way I want it to. You never know though, do you? You just keep trying. So I think that's about really where I'm at the moment. Tomorrow morning I'm going to paint, so I'll cover my workbench up. And yeah, I suppose that's about it really. I don't have much more to add. It's just that I'm ready to hit some of the parts with primer and test out my new gun. So what I've done with this, I've YouTubed a few different blokes. I've opened the air delivery valve to full open, and on the regulator on the compressor, I've knocked that down to about 30 psi. And this gun is a high volume, low pressure gun. So I've got it sitting at 30 psi to paint. And I've actually done a test outside for my spray, the area of spray, and I've narrowed it down a bit so I don't get too much overspray. That's your fan, I suppose your fan width knob, and that's your fluid supply knob. So I've backed that right out and then screwed it in to get what I think is about right. I'll test that again in the morning when I go to paint. Before I put any paint on, I'll retest it, do an application. I've got the old floor pan outside that I'm going to use just to test it. So yeah, that's about it, I think. I hope this helps you. And like I said, it's great to be doing it. So we'll catch you next time. Hooroo.